So guys, welcome to today's video. Today's content is something a bit different, and it's like we're gonna try for a couple of things that here in League, like ARAM and draft, not blind pick, because today we're doing blind pick, but we're gonna do it for duo, solo ranked, and 5-man ranked. And we're gonna, play a few games and see what happens here in League. And one of the inspirations for this video is Nuke Notable. You can probably see him right now on screen. I got the idea from back watching Fortnite days, which about a year ago, and now I got back into YouTube. I'm like, I'm sitting around, wondering what can I do for League. And it popped in my head. I'm like, what Nuke the Notable did. So I was like, I could put an interesting spin on it for League. So yeah, guys, and today I'm playing 10 games, and let's see what happened. And then blind pick is where all players select their champs at once, and you cannot see the enemy champs until the game started when you're loading in, so that's relatively interesting. And then enemy team can pick champions you pick, so hypothetically you can have a 5v5 exact mirror matchup of champs, and it can be really interesting. You're gonna see some of these games where there's some mirror matchups, but let's get into these 10 games and see what happened, guys. So guys, game 1, it didn't go as planned, because in blind pick, you have to type in what position you want while you're in the lobby, and it's whoever is first come, first serve. So I didn't type in fast enough, and I got stuck in the jungle. Yes, there's some people, as you'll see later on, who genuinely want the jungle, but as for me, I got stuck in the jungle, and it's probably the worst position for me because I don't play it enough, and there's a lot of learning in jungling, and that comes with plenty of time, and it's just not my position. Just by the way it is, there's a lot to do in it. And then for this, I took the jungler I knew the most about, and he's the jungler I played the most of, and that is Master Yi. His Master Yi, I simply know, you Q somebody, you meditate to protect damage, you E the enemy, and then you R to go in, and then control ward is your friend for ganking. So that's some of the basic stuff I know about Yi. And then you have to get drags in the jungle, and you started a buff, and you get Unleash, and yeah, I know very little about jungling, so yeah. The opposing Master Yi this game mopped the floor with me, but my team, thankfully, they carried me to victory, so that's what matters. We got the dub, and at Yi I just know what to build, and one of the things I noticed is I don't know what the Lux is building, and then she built the Death Stance, and that's something I really don't know why she was building it. And then something else is, guys, I got mopped before. I really did get mopped. Yes, Yi was 19-7-1 because my team started killing him, but he really made it look bad. I don't even know how we got 3 drags at one point. That's really it. I don't know how we got OBJs in the jungle. Simple as that. Probably my team, wiping pressure off, but so just, remind you guys, you need to make sure you type what position you want to make sure you don't look like a chicken with its head cut off. And you learn through failure. So that's one of the important things, we learned the L as a jungler, and we learned, you type in what position you want. Because if not, you're gonna look like a chicken without its head cut off. But my team carried me to victory, and on to game 2. So guys, we're here at game 2, and game 2, I'm lucky enough to lock in my support position real quick. And the team, we're having is Lux and Nautilus, Darius, Tristana, and the Kindred. So that's one of the good things. I got to lock in my position I wanted. I'm going Nautilus in this game. So I'm going to decide to do, I'm going to see how our Spell with Thief's Edge is on Nautilus. And, I see why you go what his regular support item is, which is not at the top of my head right now. But our game, pretty much from the get-go, I was having a good time with my Tristana support. We won our lane, pretty hard, I guess. It wasn't even that hard, but Vel'Koz decided, their enemy Vel'Koz, their support, decided to AFK at the beginning. We get first blood with Tristana. And then, something else, I know this game I was going to do is I was going to get some AP along with my tank items, go half-half. Which for Nautilus, I guess now after playing, to be effective at 1, you can't really be a hybrid champ, I guess, as Nautilus. At least not with the current knowledge I have, but Nautilus is one of those champs, I decided to go try a hybrid game with him. And, you know, it worked well for me this time because my team, you know, was good. And up to this point, you know, we're going to be tracking wins. And we have 2 wins at this point. We're going to put up the total at the end. But, so yeah, and then, you know, so we go, we win, we get a couple more kills. We start roaming mid. We get some kills, and then my team proceeds to end the game, which is really good. Me and Tristana, as a duo bot, we knew what we were doing, and we helped win our team. We got the dub, and that's another victory. This time we got support in Nautilus, which was a good thing for me, because if I'm playing the position I know and the champ I know, I'm playing a lot better because I'm a lot more comfortable with what I am. And that's just better for me and the team, because we get a win, and you get to see better performances from me when I'm landing good hooks. As you will see in this gameplay from Game 2, and I guess Game 2, you know, one thing I could take from it is something I start noticing here. Some people I feel like are a lot worse in blind pick, and I'm going to say that is due to the fact that draft pick, I don't think it unlocks to like level 20. So up to that point, you know, people aren't playing much. They're stuck in blind pick, and something I noticed, you know, while I went to go finish my Mastery 7 for Nautilus was during these blind pick during blind pick, because people were a lot worse, in my opinion, and that's just due to that. So, let's get on to Game 3. So, Game 3, and this is the 3rd game, and, you know, we're gonna go for that 3rd win, and then, yeah. So, first, you guys got acclaimed support again, and I went Nautilus because that's what my main role is. I like playing support for a while, and just because it's an easy position to pick up and learn, but it has a lot of depth to it. And you're really the deciding factor carrying bots, but it's not here for. But so yeah, me and Jin, we had a really strong laning phase, and Jin, he got really fed just because I was actually able to land hooks, and I was using Nautilus' kit to its full advantage. I was getting those passives to tick. I was hitting my R's. I was hitting my roots. I was hitting my hooks. I was doing some damage, some of the limited damage I could do as a tank. But yeah, we ended up drawing first blood, and from that point on, we did not look back at all. So we went on a pretty good tear. And it was so good that Kaisa rage quit, leaving her team in the 4v5, which is kind of sad. Don't rage quit, guys. Stick it with your team to the end and learn your failure. Some people need to stick with their L's and, you know, learn just to make sure you don't do it again. So yeah, that's one of the things she did. And, you know, Fiddlesticks he ganked twice, and from his second point on, he had his second failed gank. It was just because of how Jin was getting fed. He was just by himself, and I was there, so I just kind of rooted him and absorbed a lot of damage. And then after that, he was trying to save tower, because you're going to take first tower probably no matter what. Fiddlesticks kind of just inted there, and then after his second failed gank, we got 2 towers, we went mid, and we kind of just ended the game, because without their AD carry, we took advantage. Our team ended up pressing the attack with I guess, you know, I'd say we had a pretty good team. We had a Teemo, a Jin, a Kane, a Cassidy, and a Nautilus. They just pushed our advantage, and we ended up winning the game. So now on to Game 4. So that's 3 for 3 now. So guys, Game 4. We're on to Game 4, and this is, you know, I felt a bit courageous. You know, I wanted to do something a bit different out of the ordinary. So, you know, we got top side. We claimed top because, you know, I wanted to give you something different for the video. You know, it would be kind of boring if all we did was Nautilus. Because who wants to watch, you know, 10 games of just Nautilus? You know, you want to watch 10 games of Nautilus, you gotta follow the Twitch down in the description. You know, that's an interesting way to plug the Twitch and the stream, you know. But, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do to plug. I'm gonna take a quick break right now, guys. Just say, if you aren't subscribed already, you make sure to subscribe and you have the notifications turned on to, you know, be alert when the great-ass content's coming here to the channel. And be part of the notification gang. Spread the word of the video on Twitter, guys. We need to grow here. We're trying to get some subs. One of my goals for the year, you know, it's a bit of a far stretch, 1,000 subs, but, you know, I want to get to 500 at one point. You know, something I've never done. So, share the channel and make sure you turn notification on, like the video, and share it. Get people to know about it. And then, so, yeah. We started, you know, really, really slow this game. I'm not showing it off, but, you know, I just could not stack for anything. I couldn't stack. And if I would have actually got my stacks, this would have been a lot easier, and Shaco could have allocated his time to another lane. But anyways, thanks to this Shaco, he really, he ganked a couple of times, and it helped me make sure I got my Sheen, and I was able to farm and get those stacks. Because Losses all and his kid is based around the stacks, guys. And as I said, I'm the top 5 top laners. And that's really all his kit's based around the stack. So I ended up stacking. And then after that, we ended up picking Steve, and we proceeded to the Monos to Mordekai's. We ended up once. I don't know what the exact order was. We ended up running him down. And then the second one, I got him to pull me under to the death realm near my tower. So I ended up winning that engagement by getting him to walk. No, too close to tower. So he took a couple of shots. I didn't get the stack on him when he pulled me under, but we ended up getting the kill. And then, after that point, we were 4-0-0 in the 201 stacks. And then, yeah, after that, we really just got fed. And, at one point, I was in like 10 kills. And, I picked up steam. I was fed. We got Baron. And we ended up winning. So now we're 4-4. So that's one of the good things. We're 4-4. And this is one of the games I started noticing. Like, wait, I think people are noticeably worse in blind pick. This is the game I really noticed it. I started noticing it. Because in the draft pick, I think I would have been punished. I would have got dumpstered by a Mord. So anyways, on to Game 5. So now, on to Game 5. We're halfway there already, guys. It's hard to believe, but, I was up in blind pick. It was a pretty refreshing pace from I guess, the tryhardness of draft pick. And, this game, name a more iconic duo than me and Nautilus, but I chose Nautilus again because I was trying to get a Mastery 7 token for Nautilus, because at a point, like I did with Vel'Koz, because up to this point when I started playing League a lot more as I recorded this, and back in like February, I hit Mastery. I got my first Mastery 6 token, so I low in life to Vel'Koz and understood how to get Masteries tokens, semi-well for my elo. So, something I do, I get that token, the first token, I just start low in lifing a champion excessively just to make sure, I hit that Mastery 7, end up going all the way for that Mastery 7 to say, I've grinded this champion and I've earned it, feel a sense of accomplishment, and not have that wasted time. So we went back for Nautilus. We won the lane, but it came down to an Alawi getting way too strong. It could have probably 1v5'd us. And I'm saying she could have 1v5'd. We ended up killing her a couple times when she got strong, which we should have not let that game go late. But as I said, I know people are notably worse in blind pick, and someone like that Alawi that's, semi-decent can end up carrying if they know what they're doing. And I even tried to tank all the stuff for my team, but with Black Cleaver, she just melted the team because of the item reducing their armor for 4% for 6 seconds, and that stacks. So basically, she won, and she carried her team really hard because you would have to send all 5. It's like, oh, she's backdooring. If everyone has to go, because if we send 1 or 2 or 3, well, it's gonna be a lost effort, and we're not gonna be able to kill her. She's probably gonna end game. So we ended up losing, suffering our first defeat of the series, guys, and that makes us 4-5. On to Game 6. So now, guys, we're on to Game 6. So I ended up having some PC issues where pretty commonly my buttons won't work, not even my shopping and my abilities. So I ended up having to go in for a quick restart. Luckily, I have a 2 PC setup, so I kept the recording software open, but I had to get League back open. And, when I got back, I probably put my team in a bad position because I saw Trin ADC, and then I ended up not going any support because I'm like, hey, I'm ADC, and I was a bit stubborn and, a bit stupid for doing that, but I tried to compete with Trin for the farm, and then led us to not having a good game. And bot side ended up getting really strong. We inted. My performance is piss poor at best. There's no nice way to put it. It was really shit. I inted. We went 1-4-1 by the end of the game, and then I was really a bit stubborn about not switching and going the Spectral Sickle that I could have gone for my support item, and then we ended up having to surrender at 15 minutes because our jungler DC'd, so it was a 4v5 game. The game was unwinnable. We weren't just going to waste our time. Everyone knew, we were 16, it was 16-3 in kills, and we're like, yeah, this is over. Dude, this game's over. We're not catching up. We don't have a jungler. Bot side's losing, top side's losing. I think mid was also losing. It was not a good game. So, now we're on a 2-game losing streak, but we're still 4-6 for the win on winning. And now we're going on to game 7. Let's see if we can turn it around. So, game 7, guys. And, we went Vel'Koz because I was intent on breaking this losing streak. We're on a 2-game losing streak, and, we didn't end the losing streak. We were going to continue the losing streak this game, but, yeah, going mid, I'm like, I'm not going to rely on anyone. I'm going to carry the team, because as Vel'Koz, I can do a lot of damage. If I have enough AP, I can just shred people with my R. And then my other abilities can chunk off health for people, make it easier for my teammates to kill them. But, yeah, since Vel'Koz my most played champ, I thought I could take advantage because of people being significantly worse in blind pick. And, another reason I went mid in Vel'Koz is because I wanted to spice up the variety also. That's another reason I went mid. It was mainly because I wanted to break this losing streak, which we ended up not doing. And I wanted to spice up the variety for you guys, so you could, get a variety on the champs that I play. And then, I had a good game at 7-2-0, but, you win as a team and you lose as a team. And we ended up losing. I was 7. Let's just see what 7 out of 12 is, right, percentage-wise. 58% of the kills. I was 58% of the kills on the team. I killed 58% of our kills, which is, hard enough, but... And, we had to FF because the other lanes lost hard and it's just snowballed the game. We tried to not surrender once, as you're going to see, guys, but I ended up had to say yes the second time. I'm like, yeah, this is lost. I'm no way I'm sticking through this. So, now we are, guys, 4 of 7 of this. But, next game, let's try and break that streak. So, guys, now we're on to game 8, and I want Morgana support just because I wanted to try her. For the top, when I was coming up with the top 5 of each lane, well, for the support one specifically, I wanted to try her out or maybe, get a grip of her kit. So I'm not completely in the dark when I was going to record that. So I went Morgana. It's the first time I ever tried her in a normal game. Last time I ever tried her was an Earth game. But not this patch of Earth, but it was like back, I can't remember when it was, but it was like back in like December, I think, when Earth was here. This last time before this current time was the last time I actually played her like that. But we ended up losing this game. We tried to break the streak, and the streak continues. But we're learning. You learn with the failures. Every failure is a chance to learn and look at your approach and see what could change. And we ended up having to surrender this game again, which is not a good streak because some situations you can come back with. But as I said, people have been significantly worse here. So, you can't really, I feel like, trust on people to do good. So, and then as soon as people started roaming, Brand roamed the bot, and, that as soon as that roam really started, the game really became snowbally, and it snowballed out of control. We couldn't really, get a grasp after bot side after Brand roamed, and... we ended up getting 1 tower that game while the enemy had like 4, and I played really bad again, but this is my first time on Morg, so we learned something here. So now, guys, we're on game 9, the second to last. So we went Vigar Midge because I'm trying something new to break the streak of 4 games of losing back to back to back to back. It seemed like a long time since we got a win, but we learn every time, we take an L, but, at this stage of the time, I'm like, I'm going to try to break the streak. I ain't trying to start off strong and go off, disappear and fizzle off into nothing. So, this time I'm trying something new. I tried something new to spice up the variety as well. I just try and win. And one of the champs, variety of champs in this video, and try something new where it's a lot of people aren't as mean. And really is good, just so I can get like a bit of a grasp of the champ, which is a good practice arena, is blind pick. I'm going to say that. Something I've learned. Blind pick's a good area to practice. So, we forced, early on, we did a lot of damage to Cassiopeia, and we forced her out a couple of times, and we had a deciding team fight. top side. I included, so you guys can watch. We'll break the streak, and we end up out damaging the enemy team, and we win. It comes down to an ace, and the enemy team has a unanimous surrender. So losing streak is now over. We are now 5 for 9 on games, but it is really. It felt good to win. When I recorded game 9, I saw the win. I'm like, yeah, it's a win. And I don't know how many games I recorded, but I think it's like 5 I recorded in one day. So you see, and this is like my final game of that specific day. So I wanted to go off with a win, and it felt great. So now on to game 10, the final game, and that's gonna be an interesting one to talk about. What happened? So guys, we're in game 10, the final game of this, and I'm gonna end this Nautilus because I wanted to experiment with some itemization of it on him and see. Now, this game that went on, I noticed, why you build certain items on Nautilus as a support versus a top laner. So, I noticed items. We tried our hardest this game against the enemy team, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough because, everyone was popping off on the enemy team. Singed was fed. Ashe got pretty fed. Kane got fed. Cat got fed. Our team, really didn't do enough. I'm gonna say, everyone, didn't end up doing enough. I played pretty poor this final game, but, we tried our best. We could have done a lot better. Our best wasn't our best this game. So, everyone on the other team, red team was way too strong, and we had to surrender because of it. Singed was strong. Cat, as I said, all these people were really strong. And we had close to no objectives. Only really OBJs we had in our tops, defending our top side of our base, were the top towers. But our main, I forgot what it was, but the main crystal at the very back, we didn't have any towers defending it. The enemy team was getting all the objectives and everything, so we had to surrender. But we had a 50% win rate this time, and some of the things I'm gonna look at from this blind pickers. You need to make sure you're quick. If you're playing blind pick, you need to make sure you're quick. As soon as you load in, you have to be ready to type in your position. As soon as you accept, you need to be ready to say what position you want. Because if not, you're going to get stuck in a position you don't really like. And then, there's that. And then, you need to make sure, if you're good enough playing blind pick, you're above the average player in there, you need to make sure you press your carry advantage to help your team win. Because, in fact, most these 50% games, if I was slightly better, I was playing a different position, I probably could have carried my team and, probably could have won every game. But, we end up winning 50% of our games. So, guys, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed, these 10 games of blind pick. And, as always, guys, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Be share the content out there to people, because we're trying to hit 100 subs right now. And our end goal for this year is 500 if possible. So make sure you subscribe and you turn notifications on. As always, guys, make sure you stay on that grind. And peace. Until next time, peace. Stay safe, guys.
God that the brothers on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling.